have a look on this world from an economist perspective. Did you ever think that what can be the cost of free education and why the prices of lemons kept changing? Sometimes the lemon became too expensive, then again its prices fell down. What can be the factors behind that? If you are not able to answer these questions, then don't worry. By the end of this module, you shall be able to answer these questions yourself. You all may be familiar with the Newton's theory of gravity. One day, when he was sitting under an apple tree, an apple falls on him. He observed for some time, and this observation motivated Newton to develop a theory, that is the theory of gravity. In the same way, an economist living in a country experiencing a rapid increase in prices motivated to know the reasons behind that. He is observing the phenomena and the factors which are causing the inflation. After a lot of observation, he formulated the theory and the theory of inflation. Let's have a look on this picture. Here, there is one economist. He is observing that the prices of lemon are changing day by day. They are rising, and increase in this price motivated the manufacturer of lemon juice to increase their price. As a result, the prices of all those products which are using lemon as their ingredients kept rising and end up with inflation. Now this person is observing all these factors, and at last he comes up to a conclusion that this inflation is due to demand is greater than supply. The lemon's demand is high but the supply is too low. So this is resulted in the inflation, and he named it as demand pull inflation because the demand is pulling the inflation. Like the theory of gravity, he also gives a theory that is the demand pull inflation. Now let's look how this happened. Why he is saying that? Here in this picture there is one seller. It is the seller of lemons. He is saying that I have only few lemons and these are not enough for all of you. These all men are demanding lemon. So this person said that give it to me. I will pay ₹10 for each lemon. This person become happy. I am getting much. Then from last, one person shouted, no, 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 I will give ₹20 for it. That is double of 10 because he also want lemon urgently. So he is ready to pay double of 10 even. This make this person more happy and he will surely sell to this person. It means the lemon is sold on a high price. And the middle one who is not able to pay this much price is kept silent. And for him this is inflation. It is rise in price. How could he pay this much? So in this way we saw that how more demand cause inflation. When demand is high and the supply is low, it cause inflation, that is rise in price. So we saw that how economics also formulate models and theories like physical and natural sciences. It's also considered the assumptions for formulating the model like physical and natural sciences. Now, in this example, our assumption was that no government interference. Why is it so? Because we are saying that this inflation is cause of demand, high demand. If there could be government also, then government can impose taxes. If the government impose taxes on lemons, it can also rise its price. So we assume that no government interference, that's why the prices are the result of more demand. Okay, and no substitute. What is the meaning of substitute? For example, tea and coffee. These both are substitute. If the prices of tea rises, then people will not buy it. People will shift their demand to coffee. Then demand for coffee will rises. Okay. Then again when price of tea falls, then demand for coffee fall. People again started to consume tea. This is the phenomena of substitute. But in the case of lemon, there is no any substitute. What things can substitute the lemon? Nothing. So people can't substitute anything. So they buy lemons at high price even. This resulted in inflation. Now what is the role of these assumptions? What role did the assumption play in a model? Simplification of complex phenomena. It simplifies the complex phenomena. Look, in the real life, there could be multiple reasons for the increase in price. Maybe shortage of lemon, or due to government policies, or anything else. But in reality, when we are formulating any theory, we can't assume all these factors because it become too much complex phenomena. We have to consider government taxation policies, government subsidies, etc. and etc. So it's not possible to formulate the theory. Like in natural sciences, they are assuming that the thing is falling from a constant distance and constant speed and at a given mass. So, like that, in economics too, these assumptions create a favorable environment for the formulation of theories. And next, economics economists use different assumptions to answer different questions. While they are trying to answer the question regarding the demand and supply of the lemon, they will consider government role as constant. But when they will introduce government, they will look at the taxation policy and subsidies and expenditure of the government. At that time, they will assume the rest of the factors constant. This price is rising due to government taxation. So this assumption help us to understand that when we have to consider government, while we want to know the role of government, and when we have to consider without government situation, at that time when we are looking to the demand and supply of lemons. So different assumptions to answer different questions. Now let's discuss the role of economics in policy making. Economics act as both positive science and normative science. Positive science means it tells us what is there in the current situation, means here prices of wheat is high, price of wheat is high. Then they will not tell that what to do to bring it down or what should be the reason behind that. They only tells that the price of wheat is high. This is descriptive in nature, only describing the current situation. On the other hand, normative science, economics as normative science, it offers solutions. What should be? Now it tells us what is there, and normative science tries to answer what should be, how to correct it. The government should set minimum prices to make the wheat affordable for the poor section. Because the wheat is the basic necessity for the survival of the individuals, so this is the situation where government has to interfere. And this solution is offered by the normative science. In this way, economics help us to formulate the policies. It helps the government to formulate policies for the betterment of the society and for the growth of an economy. Okay, now let's come on our questions. What could be the cost of free education? Do you know? What can be the cost of free education? As a layman, means it is not an economist or not the student of economics. As per him, this is free education free of cost. All the expenses must be bared by government and we have to only consume it. there is no cost at all. But what should be as per an economist? In last class, I told you about opportunity cost, the cost of next best alternative, opportunity cost. So are considering economists are considering opportunity cost in these cases. What is the opportunity cost of a free education? There are a lot of opportunity cost, means the fee which we are paying in private institution plus more knowledge experience is there. Maybe in some education sectors, in government education sectors, they are providing high quality education. But if we consider that the private institutions are offering something better, then what should be the opportunity cost of this free education? Fee plus expenses on books plus better conditions, if any. Okay. Now, as an economist, we come to the conclusion that the cost of this free education is the opportunity cost of what we gave up to attain this. And in the case of price of lemon, we already discussed in much detail. I have one question for all of you. I want to answer you in comment section. There is one question, let me check. Yes, here. Why water is cheaper than diamond? This is a fantastic question, because water is a necessity of life. Without water we can't live. Life is not possible without the water on this earth. But still, diamond is more expensive than water. What could be the reason behind that? So now you are thinking like an economist. You must have to answer these questions in the comment section. Thank you. Don't forget to answer, okay?